What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Sports Planet podcast. I'm joined once again by Alex Valadez today. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us today once again for the Sports Planet podcast. Glad to have you back. And as for today's show, Alex and I will be discussing the current Lamar Jackson situation and debating or discussing which team should try to acquire the MVP quarterback. And then in honor of March Madness, we'll also do a little bit of a couple brackets. But before we get to that, like I said, Lamar Jackson situation. So the Ravens placed non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar on March 7th, and they have until July 17th to reach a long-term deal. However, Jackson tweeted about what's going on between him and the Ravens back on March 27th. And then in the tweet, he said, "In regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team win the Super Bowl. You all are great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore Flock Nation and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again." So now that we've seen a little bit of what's been going on, Alex, what have been your initial thoughts with this Lamar Jackson situation?
This is the ugly side of professional sports, where they're basically playing a public game of chicken. You know,
Yep.
The Ravens strategically placed the transition tag on Lamar Jackson, therefore, setting it up where someone could offer him a contract. Ravens have 5 days to match it. And the reason I think they did that is because early on in free agency, if you're going to make a move, you're now locked in cap space-wise for 5 days. And if Baltimore matches it, they keep Lamar, and now you missed out on 5 days of free agency of what you could have done with that cap space. But I'm worried because I'm a Steeler fan, and even I am a huge fan of Lamar Jackson. Like, I love watching him. My buddy Matt, I told him, like, one of these days we got to go, like, to Baltimore and watch a game, watch the Steelers play the Ravens, and obviously go to Pittsburgh as well. But I'm worried that this will sour the relationship where, you know, Lamar's not going to want to stay long-term because he doesn't feel appreciated. And I think I even saw a report saying he doesn't want a complete
a fully
contract
guaranteed deal.
Yeah, but he wants, like, something within that range. And, you know, we're going to have the media now say that, you know, is Lamar being too greedy because he was going to be, I think, like a top 3 paid quarterback if he would have accepted the deal that they offered. But in today's NFL, you know, this is a violent game. Even Definitely. With the additions of what they've done to make the game safer, you know, you never know what could happen once you get in those painted lines. But I have respect for what Lamar's doing. I think the NFL has begrudgingly avoided fully guaranteed contracts. They're like one of the only leagues that don't do it. And I think Lamar is, and, you know, he's doing it without an agent, is trying to make a statement saying, like, you know, hey, I know this game is violent, but we are still humans committed to this team. You know, pay us what we agreed to. But yeah, man, it's an ugly situation, man. I'm getting nervous for Baltimore fans.
No, yeah, well, man, like, he's only 26. Like I said already, he's won an MVP, and there are a bunch of teams who could really benefit from having a guy like Lamar Jackson. And it's kind of stupid how, like, you're over here saying that some teams that you were talking about the contracts and not wanting to be fully guaranteed. I understand that because it's football, but I feel like on the other side, it should be fully guaranteed because these players are putting their life on the line every time they go onto the field. And, you know, he wants that Deshaun Watson type of guaranteed money, and he's just not getting it. And it's kind of bullshit because I don't know if you saw the Falcons owner. He was saying that his recent injury history is what's been kind of pulling him back. But it's all like, okay, you're saying this about him, but I've seen a lot of people also say, oh, Deshaun Watson had 2 torn ACLs, and he got $230 million guaranteed. So it's all like, I don't know what it is going on. I feel like the NFL is just trying to push back on that fully guaranteed, and now they're all joining forces. to be all like, as much as we want Lamar, we have to do what's best for us financially long term. It's kind of stupid. What do you think about that?
I don't want to put this word out, but it kind of gives a feel of like collusion between the owners.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
Everyone's like, nah, we're going to stick together. We're going to make sure that this doesn't become a norm, because I feel like for the Cleveland Browns, them doing this type of contract is an organization that knows they've been in the dumps for the entire the entirety of their NFL. Before they won championships as a different organization, but they have to make these types of deals, especially when you're in a market that's not as appreciated, like a Miami, like an LA, like a New York. You've got to, fork out for people to come in. So I understand why they did that with Deshaun. All the controversy aside, he can't be within 100 feet of a massage parlor now. But I just thought Arthur Blank saying that was bullshit, because I feel like the Falcons, if they were to acquire Lamar Jackson and then have him and Michael Vick come out, like, it would just get the energy going for Atlanta. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Lamar Jackson, to me, 26 years old, and I'm getting up there in age, because some of these players that are considered younger now are actually younger than me. So it's that like bittersweet feeling of getting old. And I'm like, he's 26. Like, let him get his bread and build around him. He's a very savvy quarterback. He doesn't take big hits. Everybody talks about like, oh, Kyler Murray got injured. He got injured in the pocket. Like all these things that people say, it's just like, no, like people have this weird fear of running quarterbacks. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just another facet of the game that makes him dangerous. Jalen Hurts on 4th and 1 is a lock. Who
92%. 92%. I'm like, that's passing, bro.
By the way,
it feels like 100 though.
By the way, I'm going to tell you right now, I completely disagree with the NFL talking about getting rid of the push
that
play.
Is stupid.
I think that's dumb. That is the league saying we know Jalen Hurts can squat all this weight and do
pounds,
all this. Yeah. So we're not going to allow him to get that extra push. No, fuck that. Yeah. Like, someone got to stop him. You better get Jalen Carter from Georgia. Personality issues or conduct issues aside, you got to get someone big in the middle when you're playing the Eagles, man. So dumb.
Exactly. It's stupid because it's all like the whole defensive line can push against you to like obviously keep you out of the end zone, but it's all like we can't push our player in. It's not like we're like grabbing him and throwing him in. It's like no, it's like our fucking offensive line is strong as hell. Jalen Hurts is strong as hell. And it's all like, so we're just forcing ourselves into the fucking end zone. And, man, if you can't stop it, it's kind of bullshit because it's all like, they know that they can't stop it. And they're like, oh, how do we make the Eagles worse somehow? And it's all like, if they really get rid of that, I'm going to be so pissed off because, like, it's that play where you know it's coming. And that's the fact. That's what makes it worse. You know it's coming and you know you can't stop it. That's what annoys me. So they better not take that shit away.
Yeah, but in terms of with Lamar, you're building around a guy who can change the game.
Definitely
through the air or with his feet, and he can make time. Like his mobility in itself, like when we're talking about him being a pocket passer, he actually makes very, very strong, like high level throws that people don't give him credit for because they just see the running stats or they see that he breaks off a big run. That's just a part of his game, and he has a pretty great stiff arm to protect himself. Like I would have no problem with, like, let's say the Steelers didn't have a quarterback, which I'll say it. By the way,
we'll see. I don't know.
By the way, Christian Medina, I'm gonna shout him out right now. Some beat reporter for the Steelers put up, like, what was your reaction when Kenny Pickett got drafted? And I sent it, and I don't know if you've ever seen this video, but you could tell I was like, oh, I thought we getting Malik Willis.
Like, that's what I told you too. I was all like, I thought Willis. Yeah. But I guess not. You guys said Pickett. You went with the hometown kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've seen that with the Lakers before too. They go with the hometown kid instead of the other one. Talking Lonzo, of course. But I don't know, man. It's only first season. I don't want to say. I'm not going to say that it was a terrible pick. I'm just saying it was only the first season, and there's only one way to go, which is up.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I trust the Steelers front office, even if I feel a little hesitant to give my my approval. But who am I?
But that's the thing too. It's all like we're talking about. Okay, back to Lamar. Obviously, it's like if he's under a non-exclusive franchise tag. So any team that offers him whatever offer sheet, if the Ravens decline to match it, they have to give up 2 first-round picks. So you're telling me that 2 first-rounders for Lamar isn't worth it? Really? Like you don't have to. I don't think you have to trade anything else. It's just the 2 first-round picks. Like they're essentially compensation picks at that point. But like, I mean, not compensation, but you know what I'm trying to say. So 2 first-rounders for Lamar. It's like, why wouldn't you want? Exactly. It's all like. So I have a couple teams that I have in mind. So it's all like that. If you were to trade 2 first-round picks, Lamar makes you easily playoff contention, and he pushes you into the Super Bowl contention. So obviously, my first team is the team that's trying to trade for the 39-year-old quarterback. I understand Aaron Rodgers is a 4-time NFL MVP and he's won a Super Bowl. But why wouldn't they want the 26-year-old Lamar Jackson, who's already won an MVP? They have Garrett Wilson. They have Breece Hall. And it's all like, imagine that connection. I know Breece Hall is coming off an ACL. But it's like, imagine those two, that trio, essentially. They have a good defense. And it's like, they're just a quarterback away. Because obviously we saw that Zach Wilson isn't it. But it's all like, come on. It's like, you're telling me 2 first-rounders isn't worth Lamar Jackson for your team? A team that went 7-10 after starting 6-3. It's all like, imagine if that was Lamar. I'm sure like they would not have finished that bad because we saw how terribly Wilson played in the second half, and it's all like, dude, imagine having Lamar Jackson. What do you think of Lamar to the Jets instead of Rodgers?
I would rather the Jets do that than to go after Rodgers because and here's the thing: do I see Rodgers having 2? Maybe 3 more years, sure, but why would you do that when you could have 5-6 years of Lamar? Like,
not even more than that. If they're Super Bowl contenders, they're getting more than 5 to 6 years.
The Jets were actually one of the teams I was going to bring up about if you're going to invest 1 or 2 first-round picks on Aaron, why wouldn't you do that on Lamar?
Exactly.
And I feel like culture-wise, I think it'd be good if they have Lamar. Because I haven't seen anything to negate Lamar Jackson as a leader in that locker room. So I feel like that with a lot of the young talent that the Jets have, I think it'd be great. And then Zach Wilson is going to give Lamar hell. What he said in that quote. So it'll be a good competition for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, essentially it's all like, and they're over here like Rodgers is over here making demands. He's not even on the team yet. He has his wish list. Obviously,
OBJ,
right?
Like OBJ's
on there. Lazard, Randall Cobb, and Mercedes Lewis. It's like, bro, he's trying to recreate that 2010 Super Bowl with the Packers or something over here. It's like, you guys are over here. They already signed Lazard. I saw a rumor, I should say, that OBJ is ready to sign with the Jets. But he's just waiting for the Rodgers to the Jets to become official. I don't know how true the rumor is, but it's all like,
I believe it.
I wouldn't doubt it either. Because like, why would he go there and then be like, oh, Zach Wilson's my quarterback? God damn, why'd I sign here?
Yeah, he already had Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, yeah, man. What else do you have to say about that? Unless you want to move on to another team.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I saw the reports that, the front office was saying, like, we've already started conversations with the Packers, so in good faith, we're not going to entertain it. So I get it, because, they must be so confident that Aaron Rodgers will be the key. And who knows, maybe the Jets want to be cheap too, and they don't want to deal with that much of a contract on their books.
Okay.
I think he's worth it. I'm going to be honest. I think Lamar is completely worth it. And
definitely.
Steelers send Pickett to the Ravens. Come on. Make it happen.
Yeah. So another team I have on this list are the Washington Commanders. So we saw that a couple days ago they could have new ownership soon because they did receive two $6 billion bids, which is the asking price that their owner requested. So one bid was from an ownership group that includes Magic Johnson, but that group is led by 76ers owner Josh Harris and billionaire Mitchell Rales. And the second bid from a Canadian billionaire, Steve Apostolopoulos. Sorry, I probably butchered that. But according to Schefter and Brian Windhorst, there's a growing belief that the team could be sold by the draft. So imagine, I know the Commanders have Sam Howell, but are you really going to tell me exactly? No. I'm not saying keep Howell. I'm just saying because I saw people saying Howell had a great final game. So you're telling me one game of – I have the stats right here. That one game, 11 for 19, which is 57.9% completion, for 169 yards, one touchdown, and one pick. The only reason people are saying that he had a great game was because he had 35 yards and a touchdown on the ground as well. So, I mean, if you're looking at it from a fantasy perspective, according to Sleeper, that week he was QB7 with 21.26 points. So, yeah, sure, he had a great game fantasy-wise, but if you're talking about real football, it's all like, no, man. You're going to tell me one game of Howell was greater than what we've seen the last, 5 seasons of Lamar? Like, no way. Imagine Scary Terry, Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson, and Lamar in Eric Bieniemy's offense. Dude, I'm not saying. I hope he doesn't come there because I'm an Eagle fan. Obviously, I don't want to be seeing Lamar 2 times a year. But that makes sense as well. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it would make a ton of sense. I feel like Terry McLaurin is like an alpha receiver, and I think that would be just a great duo right there. Mm-hmm. See, the thing with Sam Howell that I keep on seeing quotes from Ron Rivera. So Sam Howell, if he would have gone into the draft a year earlier, he would have been projected a first-round pick. And he's saying, yeah, but we got him this late in the draft. But my argument to that is Brian Brom would have been the number 1 overall pick from Louisville years ago, and he went back and he was like a 7th rounder. It's like it doesn't mean you got a value. It just means there was enough caution on his next year's game that that grade doesn't matter, or not that it doesn't matter, but it's not a representation of who he is today. Do I think as a prospect like Sam Howell is like worth investing some time in as a franchise? Sure, to give him a shot. But if you have an opportunity for Lamar with the way the Commanders have been, take the shot. New ownership, take the shot. Y'all got new money to throw into it. Throw it.
Yeah, so if Lamar hasn't signed with any team by the draft, I definitely do think if the ownership actually does, new ownership actually does come into play, I do think they'll probably look at that. At least I would hope so, because why wouldn't you want Lamar Jackson on your team unless you're the Chiefs or the Bills? Obviously, you already have a superstar quarterback there. Why wouldn't you want to take a chance with Lamar when you already have weapons in play? So, anything else you want to say about the Commanders?
Look, if I was the new leadership, I would want to make a statement by getting aggressive and going after a generational talent, essentially at your service for the next however long you lock that deal in. So, Magic Johnson, go get him.
I was about to say, wouldn't that be perfect? Because back in 1979, somebody took new ownership of the Lakers, Dr. Jerry Buss, rest in peace. And Magic Johnson was that pick that a lot of people didn't want him people within the organization didn't want him. They wanted Larry Bird or somebody else. But Dr. Jerry Buss was like, nah, I want Magic, and we're going to create a whole dynasty. So it's imagine Magic Johnson comes in and he starts that by all right, we're going to make a statement right away, like how you said, and be like, let's go get this superstar named Lamar Jackson, and the rest will be history. Hopefully not, because I'm an Eagle fan, and I want the Eagles to win divisions. But, I want some competition, because, Danny Dimes, all right, whatever. But, come on, we play Dak Prescott 2 times a year, man. I want some real competition, man. I don't want to just see somebody that's going to be throwing picks every damn game. I hope the Cowboy fans are in my mentions after this.
Wait, real quick. I saw a report that one of the teams that Zeke is considering going to is the Eagles.
Yeah,
the DeMarco Murray of
no, we don't want that again. We don't want that again.
Because I definitely don't think Zeke would be anywhere near what he's been before. I think his someone in a group chat I'm in said today that they feel like Zeke is about to enter the Todd Gurley phase of his career.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, because I saw that report too, but it was all like, so it was the Bengals, and I saw their head coach Zach Taylor was like, "Nah, we're not interested. We're good with our guys right now." And then the Eagles won too, but they were supposedly not. They're far away from a deal. I don't think I said it's very unlikely.
Watch, the Chiefs are going to sign Zeke, and then he's going to be drafted in like the first round because everyone thinks he's going to be Brian Westbrook for Andy Reid.
Nah, I feel like if Zeke were to come to the Eagles, which I'm not rooting for at all, like if he comes, whatever. But like if Zeke were to be on the Eagles, I feel like he would just be that 1 yard line touchdown guy, you know? Like he's not going to be a starter. Yeah, essentially, yeah, leading the league with all those touchdowns just from 1 yard. But yeah,
him behind Bijan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping Bijan at number 30. Come on, we need hoping we're on Lamar, but Eagles should take Christian Gonzalez at number 10, or another corner, just in case Slay leaves or someone to mentor him, and then Bijan at 30. Because I don't think anybody's going to take Bijan that high.
Not even the Bills.
You know, that's the one team I was scared of, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the one team that makes sense, like pairing Bijan and James Cook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Singletary, he signed where?
I forgot where he went, but he did leave. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, where did he go?
Devin Singletary. He's in Houston Texans.
Houston. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. But I mean, Bijan to the Eagles. Come on, I'm trying to speak it into existence.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
That would not be fair. You know, I don't care about fairness. I don't care about it. As long if we can get him, dude, it's over. It's over. Imagine Bijan with Hurts. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. No. I hope I can make it to a Steeler game this year out in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna wear a ski mask and a Pickens jersey.
Because I know you're not going to be wearing your quarterback's jersey, that's for sure.
No, not yet. I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm sorry.
No, but moving on to the next team, the Atlanta Falcons is another team I have on there. You already mentioned them, and one of the reasons why I said also, like how you mentioned, that Michael Vick type atmosphere. Imagine they both come out, the crowd's going crazy, and I mean, the Falcons have the number 8 pick in this year's draft. I don't know. Obviously, I'm sure that would be part of the package if they were to sign him. And then they have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and their second-year guy, Tyler. How do you say it? Tyler Algier or
Algier?
Algier. Sorry, I completely butchered that. But yeah, man, that guy. He started taking off that second half of the season. So imagine Lamar with that offense. I mean, you can put Lamar into any offense, and it's going to be nice. But there's so many offenses around the league where it's all like they're just a quarterback away. So imagine, because obviously they have Desmond Ridder. He was entering his second season. But I'm just saying, I don't care what. Like this guy did not show. Obviously, he didn't start that many games. I don't know if I can't remember if he did start any. But obviously, he was behind Mariota, and it's all like, how are you guys going to tell me that these quarterbacks that you currently have, that you're entering the season as with your new starter, that they're better than Lamar? No way. There's, like how you said earlier, there has to be some type of collusion. But what do you guys say more about the Lamar to Atlanta?
And then you know, it'd be nice for Kyle Pitts to finally be the fantasy player we all want him to be.
Yep.
Well, only thing is Atlanta doesn't have a defense. I would just feel bad. That's the one thing I'd feel bad about is it'd take a while for Atlanta to be a good team, like playoff contender, you know?
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it from the offensive side, you know? That would be a really nice offense.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. Nostalgia galore.
Mm-hmm. And then another team that I have on here, though the final team I have on here, the team with the number 4 pick in this year's draft. They have Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr., and they just got rid of Matt Ryan. So it's all like, I mean, they signed Gardner Minshew, obviously, former backup for the Eagles. Love Minshew mania. But if you can get Lamar into Indianapolis, I think that'd help them with their recent one-year quarterbacks, you know? We had Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and then Matt Ryan, and now I think they're tired of trying to find who can come in for them. Obviously, they have the number 4 pick. They're going to try getting either Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. They'll probably be gone by then, though. So they'd have to go with probably Anthony Richardson out of Florida. But I don't know. What do you think about the Colts trying to get Lamar?
I think Colts make a ton of sense because Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud are the 2 guys you want to grab. Unfortunately for them, the Panthers already jumped to the number 1. Houston's there at number 2. They'd be gone already. I highly doubt they make it out of those 2 spots. If they do, Colts got lucky. But Colts probably should do that because here's the thing. If you go after someone like Anthony Richardson, somebody who has intangibles but doesn't have the tape behind him, why not take the guy who people say like, oh, you know, why not take the guy who actually has been confirmed to have the intangibles, give up 2 first-round picks? Like, you have Jonathan Taylor, Lamar Jackson, like, just run the option, have a blast, you know. I don't know. Think about it. Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce. I was going to say Paris Campbell. I had Paris Campbell possibly going to the Eagles too, by the way, to take over what's his name spot.
Take over for Quez Watkins? Quez Butterfinger Watkins?
Exactly.
Oh God, dude. We need another. I love Quez, but we need a more consistent number 3.
And then you have Jelani Woods, who's this big target of a tight end. Like, I mean, it'd be a fun team to watch. It would be very different to see Lamar in a Colts jersey. I'd never envisioned him in a Colts jersey, like, even for fun. So that'll be interesting. But I think the Colts make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and they have a couple pieces on defense too. Like, so you mentioned defense earlier: DeForest Buckner, Shaquille Leonard, and it's all like they have some pieces on defense too. I think a couple years ago, 2 seasons ago, they were one of the better defenses, at least fantasy wise. So it's all like, obviously last season they took a step back, but I mean, imagine that also could be with the offense being so terrible. It's all like you're out there so long. It's all like you're obviously going to get tired. And you're going to give up points at that point if you're on the field for the majority of the game.
That's what Trubisky did to the Steeler defense, but whatever.
Yeah, you have any other teams for this Lamar situation that you'd love to see him go to?
I'd love to see him go to the 49ers because I think that'd just be fun. But I just don't. I don't see it happening unless it's like a sign and trade thing, because then they can get Trey Lance's contract off their books. But yeah, no, I think out of the ones we've said, the Jets make the most sense in a team trying to win now. Colts make the most sense after that, just because they're a team that they're out of the top 2 race. And I swear to God, if the Colts draft Will Levis,
I'd rather have them take Anthony Richardson at that point. So like at least develop him. And that's the thing. It's not like the Colts messed up. I thought they were going to trade up to number 1, but then they're all like, nah, the Bears will take someone else. And it's all like, little did they know the Panthers are like, no, we'll just snag the number 1 spot instead. And the deal that I did like for the Bears, I really like that trade for the Bears. They got Justin Fields a weapon in DJ Moore, and they still have the number 9 pick, obviously, so they can get an offensive tackle to help protect Fields. So I'm glad that they decided to invest in Fields rather than keep that pick, trade Fields, and then like draft Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. It would have been the same thing going on over and over again.
Yeah, and on top of that too, like DJ Moore, alpha capable receiver for that team, and I can finally stop hearing people say that Darnell Mooney wide receiver 1 season, because it was never going to happen. Edwin. And, like, I agree with you. You're building around him, giving him an offensive line. You added Chase Claypool last year, which he came in later in the season. So let's just chalk it up to maybe he just wasn't caught up with their playbook. Yada yada yada. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what his TikTok to production ratio is at the, by midseason. But I honestly, like, on fantasy football wise, I actually took a shot on Fields in the offseason, buying him low, and it worked out. You know what I mean? Because I traded, I think, a first and a second for him, and I'm more than
that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
More than
especially
got
if it was a later first, yeah.
Oh, it was, thankfully. So it was a great return on investment. But yeah, Lamar, wherever you go get paid, man. Fuck the noise.
Yeah, man.
Let me hold anything else.
Let me hold the dollar. Anything else you want to say on this Lamar situation before we move on to the Final Four?
I can't wait to see what happens when Jalen Hurts is up for a contract extension, because I hope the Eagles don't try to play chicken and they just pay the man.
Nope. Howie said that he's going to try getting a deal done with him sooner than later. So, and
smart man.
I believe in Howie now. Obviously, the inevitable is going to happen right now, and you're going to mention that he drafted Rager over JJ. And
I feel like people remind you all the time.
All the fucking time, dude. I swear. Anytime that I say Howie or talk about I'm proud of the moves or whatever, they're like, yeah, but guess what? He drafted Rager over JJ. I'm like, I don't need to be reminded every single damn time. It's like, would I love JJ? Yeah, of course. But it's all like, Howie, you've made up for it, no doubt. I forgive you.
Yeah, Howie definitely stole Hurts from the Steelers, because he should have been a Steeler, but whatever.
I'm glad I was wrong. I did not want Hurts at the beginning. I was a big Wentz guy. Well, I loved Hurts, but I believed in Wentz. But I'm so glad I was wrong, because Hurts.
Oh God,
I'm so glad I was wrong.
Wentz too. That's why I like Rager. I was like, him and Rager, money.
Right?
Oh God, you don't know how many times I gotta post it. Like, nah, I know I was Rager. Yeah,
dude. I know you see me putting Rager on the trade block in our leagues. I'm like, someone just give me a 4th round pick for him. I don't care. Someone just give me something. I'm like,
nah, dude.
Bro, I'm trying to get him off my fucking taxi squad. He's not going to make my actual roster.
You know what hurts too is I have Matt telling me bro, you were so high on Rager. I took him over Justin Jefferson in fantasy, and I'm like, oh man. I did too. So it's not even like I didn't do what I was preaching.
Whatever.
Rager. Honestly, the moment I realized Rager was from TCU, I was like, they're getting smoked in the final in the college football championship. I was like, they're getting smoked. Georgia's smoking that Horned Frog pack.
No, before we move on real quick, there's a TCU wide receiver coming out this draft, right? It's Quentin
Johnson. Yes, sir. I have my first rookie draft this Saturday, by the way.
He will not pull a Rager, right? I do not see him pulling a Rager. Or will he?
I don't think he'll pull a Rager. I'm not as high on him. You know what, dude? Let's plan an episode where we come back. Let's say maybe we could do it whenever you want to do some pre-draft stuff, and I can give you my notes on what I'm looking at with them. But I'm not as high on him. Yeah, I'll just say that. I still want to look a little bit more into him, but I'm not the highest on him.
Because after the first 5 picks, I'm all like, damn, I don't have a high draft pick in our dynasty leagues, so I'm actually thinking of just trading away. I'm all like, I don't think I have anyone that will make an impact.
Wait, what pick do you have?
7 and 8.
Oh, never mind.
If I would have had a top 5, I would have kept it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, because somebody's going to fucking mess up. Someone will mess up.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for.
But I've been doing so many mock drafts, and it's all like, all right, whatever. The same players keep coming up, and I'm like, so you're telling me there's no way I'm going to get the player I want? And it's all like, I'm not going to tell you because I'm sure. No, you're behind me anyways. But just in case.
First of all, I don't have any first or second picks for the next 2 years, so you don't have to worry about me.
You got a chip, though, so it was worth it. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta do the Rams thing. Fuck the pigs,
All right. Moving on to our brackets. All right. So for this little segment we're going to do in honor of Final Four this weekend, we got the men's and the women's, with the women's starting tomorrow. So we got Virginia Tech versus LSU in the women's side, and Iowa versus South Carolina. And for those that can't see that, March Madness is here. I may not be paying attention if you don't directly get my attention. That's Alex working hard or Harley working at work.
That's me taping that to my big monitor because people can't always see me from my monitor. So I'm like, no, if you don't get my attention and it's like games are on, like I'm not talking to you. Like
that's fair. That's fair. So I don't know if I'm sure you've seen it though. Iowa, Caitlin Clark going up against the best team, South Carolina, on the women's side. It's all like that. I wish that was the final, because it's all like. I saw somebody who said, can you put it in NBA terms? And it was like LeBron versus the 2018-2017 Warriors. It's all like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So there's that. And then on the men's side, we got Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State. The men's side has been completely crazy. It's all like Florida Atlantic and San Diego State. And then on the other side, Miami versus UConn. So I don't think anybody saw this coming at all, unless, if you had them in your aside from UConn, any of the other guys,
no,
any of the other teams.
FAU. I had them in my elite, making it to the 8.
Okay. But it's all like
I just like them because they're deep.
No, I think it's all like, but this was the year of the underdog. As an Eagle fan, I love it, but it's all like. So, in honor of this, we're not going to do, obviously, our brackets, because by this point it's too late. It's already Final Four. Now, I think it's time to get down to the real deal. Best fast food restaurants. We're Californians, but I'm sure we're going to make Californians mad at some point. But let's start off right here. In-N-Out versus Shake Shack. TBH, I don't think I've ever had Shake Shack, and if I have, maybe once or twice.
Really?
I've never. There's not one here in my city. So I've never.
Damn! I think the one closest to me is because I work out in Agora is the one in Westlake.
Okay, so that's probably the closest one to me too. Then, but would you take Shake Shack over In-N-Out? That's why I've never had Shake Shack.
Listen,
I'm going In-N-Out.
Shake Shack is great. It's great. I'm not gonna let people say it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Versus burger to burger, In-N-Out is smoking Shake Shack. And I know I'm Cali and all that, but I've had Shake Shack. Yeah. I'm not biased. Like, I've had both. Shake Shack is good. In-N-Out is great.
Okay. I respect that. The next one, we got Wingstop versus Jack in the Box. This, honestly, this one...
There's nostalgia in Jack in the Box for me, though.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, on this one, I seeded the top 4 based off what I thought people would seed them. After number 4, the rest is just randomized. Okay. So we got 1 In-N-Out, 2 McDonald's, 3 Chick-fil-A, and 4 Chipotle. I felt like those were good for those. And then the rest are just randomized just in case there's a Cinderella in there. So we got Wingstop versus Jack in the Box. And for me personally, I'm a huge wing person. And I feel like one of the bad things you could say about Wingstop is that it's too expensive. Because if you go get like a 10-piece combo, you're probably paying like $20. But then again, where aren't you paying $20 at this point?
Yeah.
Besides Five Guys, where you pay 40. But I don't know. I'm leaning Wingstop on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I would lean Wingstop. Jack in the Box just has nostalgia for me, but
those late nights.
Yeah, no.
It's like the Denny's of drive-thrus or fast food.
There was a Jack in the Box behind my high school, so after football practice, we'd all go. So it's like the potato wedges and the tacos will always have a special place in my heart.
Two tacos for $1, dude. That shit's smack after a late night of drinking.
Oh, the best.
The best. The next one, 5 seed Wendy's versus 12 seed Carl's Jr. This one's easy for me.
I wish Wendy's was facing someone else. I wish Wendy's was facing someone else.
Honestly, as much as I love Carl, I don't love Carl's. As much as I like Carl's, Wendy's is easily could have cracked my top 4. I think Wendy's is better.
Wendy's is better than Carl's Jr.?
Yes, because Carl's is so damn expensive now. If I go for me and my girl, we're paying like $30 to $35 just us two. I feel like the quality isn't as good as it used to be. A spicy chicken the other day. I paid $5 for a damn spicy chicken the other day. It's
the
like,
value
used to be $1.
Used to be like $1? Oh,
yes,
man.
It used to be $1. With just based off that alone, I'm going Wendy's because they also have the 4 for $5 biggie bag or whatever that shit's called. They got spicy chicken nuggets.
Are we taking bang for your buck into account?
I am.
Or just better? Because if it's better, I say Carl's Jr. Bang for your buck, I'd say Wendy's, and I have the Wendy's mobile app on my phone. That's how much. If we're talking bang for your buck, I have Wendy's app on my phone. I like Carl's Jr., but I know Carl's Jr. is one of those things where it's like I have like what you're saying. Do I really want to pay this much for it? It's like one of those when I have it, it's like I miss the Western Burger, but I definitely be hitting Wendy's a little more often than I think it's like 9-to-1 frequency. It's because it's so cheap and affordable. That's why if you want a savory ass baked potato, you can get one of those. I never realized how much I like baked potatoes till Wendy's.
And you can get a Frosty for what, $1 or $2? I'm all like, damn, I'm taking Wendy's.
I feel that. Yeah, no. I didn't know we were including bang for your buck.
I'm talking about
you are 100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're talking bang for your buck too because that's why Five Guys is so damn low. And we're talking about the restaurant, not actual 5 meals.
Yeah, Slay. Nasty ass.
Fucking big place, Slay. No, mom.
That's why Howie cut him.
That's why he brought him back for cheaper.
Yeah.
So we got 13 Subway versus 4 Chipotle. Man, I love Subway. I mean, obviously it's something you can make at home, obviously, but just I don't know. I love Subway, but I think Chipotle clears.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Both Chipotle and Subway used to be better like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything was better 10 years ago.
Chipotle for me is one of those places where like I can't have it too often because then I hate it. Subway, I can't even look twice anymore. I can't even go anymore. I don't know what it. Yeah, I can't. I just would rather go to a deli. If I'm being honest, I'd rather go to a real deli. So yeah, Chipotle easily here. Yeah,
this one's easy right here. This one's easy. Chick-fil-A or Panda?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the homophobic
We're not even
chicken.
debating.
Give me the homophobic chicken. This next matchup is hilarious.
I love this next matchup
is hilarious because there's places that have both of them together. That's funny.
I didn't even realize that, honestly.
It's like a civil war right here.
Yeah. But for me right here, I'm not a big Taco Bell fan. Honestly, I was debating on putting Taco Bell or Del Taco, but I put Taco Bell because I felt like it was more. I felt like people would prefer Taco Bell over Del Taco. But for me personally, if I ever want those type of tacos, I just like hard shell. I'd rather just go to Jack in the Box and get their tacos. Like, I don't know. I've never been a fan of Taco Bell back then when they had the Doritos, Loco Tacos, whatever. Sure, I'd get some. Like, I'm not saying they're terrible, but back then I'd always hate how people were like, "Oh, you want some tacos?" I'm like, "Yeah, where are we going?" Taco Bell. I'm like, those aren't tacos. Like, I mean, we're Hispanic. I'm like, that's not a real taco. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I don't really go to KFC that much either. But I heard they have a pretty good chicken sandwich. I wouldn't know because every time I go, they don't have it. But I do love their famous bowls. I do love the famous bowls.
Famous bowls are really good
with that popcorn chicken.
Have you ever had the pot pie?
I do not believe from there. But
I'll be honest with you, man. That shit's fire, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit's fire. Even though it's day old chicken, it's fire. It is fire.
Are we leading with the upset then? Leading with the upset?
Yes, but here's the thing. I don't think Taco Bell is as much of a slouch as you say it is. Mexican pizza and chicken quesadilla is nostalgic, so.
All right, I'll give you that. But are we going KFC? I'll let you have Taco Bell.
No, because if I go to frequency, I definitely think I go to KFC more because I live by one, and
Okay.
I also live by a Taco Bell, and I end up at KFC a little more often.
I'm all like, I'll let you have whatever one because they're gonna get eliminated in the Elite Eight anyways.
Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah, come on.
Popeyes or Burger King? This one, it's all like, bro.
I'm Popeyes.
Oh, okay, I'll
be
give you
honest.
that one. Honestly, Burger King is slept on, but that chicken sandwich from Popeyes is goated.
Hold on. Answer me this. Slept on what? Like what
Burger
at
King's
Burger King
actually
is good
pretty
to you?
decent.
No, but what is decent?
It's
I
decent.
want to hear this. No, what is decent?
The original chicken sandwich.
Okay, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I will order from Burger King.
Popeyes only really has one thing too. It's just chicken. But I'm just saying Popeyes is. I'll take Popeyes over Burger King. I'm just saying it's essentially the same
but that chicken sandwich, like nostalgia, I will go get that. I did not realize I had so many
I'm about to go right now.
I might go on my way home.
You're gonna hit up every damn drive-through that's open right now.
Oh, jeez.
Five Guys and McDonald's. I feel like if we were going based off taste and anything freshness, Five Guys clears. But I did say I'm taking into account other stuff like value,
bang for your buck.
So yes, exactly. So, damn, this one's hard. I didn't think it was gonna be this hard.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't had Five Guys, the restaurant, Darius Slay, that's how you say that, since like 2013. So I haven't even experienced the price spikes that they have now. I just know that it's expensive because everyone says it.
Okay.
I do want to try that grilled cheese hack that I keep on seeing everybody post. See, it's tough here because I don't mind spending a little more if it's worth it, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying it's $40 for like.
I was just joking around, but it's all like how you like how
it's about like $30 right?
At least 30. Yeah, I mean if Carl's is 30, I'm pretty sure Five Guys is around $35, somewhere around there for like two people. And it's been a while since they took it out. The Five Guys out in my city. They changed it with the Mr. Fries man. But I'm like, that shit's good too. But I kind of miss Five Guys. Like, the restaurant. Pause. I miss Five Guys, the restaurant. All right. So I miss overspending for that because that's definitely, if we're talking Five Guys or In-N-Out type of burgers, I'm definitely going Five Guys and their fries too.
I mean, I'll be honest. If I had to pick between these two, even with the cost associated, and again, I haven't been there, but the closest one to me isn't close, so it's not easily accessible to me.
So
I'd probably say Five Guys. Like, if I'm being honest, I'll be honest, because I feel like McDonald's has dropped off to a point in quality that I almost think I'd rather overpay for the quality that Five Guys has than McDonald's. Those McNuggets do not hit like they used to.
No, you have to have barbecue sauce with those. If you have
even with the barbecue sauce, they just don't be hitting no more. I'm sorry. And I ask Edwin. I used to have like 60 nuggets after a night of drinking, like a maniac. Right. I wasn't destroying my lower intestine.
We're taking the huge upset, the 15-2. Five Guys is moving on, and then so we're back into the Elite Eight. In-N-Out versus Wingstop. Oh man,
shit! I might take a victory lap after this and In-N-Out
every single one. So In-N-Out,
I would lean In-N-Out here. I would.
Okay,
I would.
In-N-Out, yeah.
And I love Wingstop.
Wendy's or Chipotle?
I'll be honest with you. I'm going Wendy's here. Chipotle to me is one of those places where, like, every time because right now I'm on a caloric deficit, and every time I'm like, oh yeah, Chipotle sounds great, and then I eat it, and then I'm like, I want to die. Like, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's either you get the greatest bowl or burrito, whatever, or you get whatever's left in that container, and you're like, why? Or did I come
you're
here?
Fighting for your fucking life. So
what after
Wendy's,
the red hot salsa or what?
I don't know what it is. I think when you get the black beans and they put too much of the broth in the bowl. It's disgusting. Yeah. Like, I don't want a soup.
All right, this one's easy. Chick-fil-A or KFC? We're leaning KFC. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Chick-fil-A.
I was like, wait a minute.
You're like, hey, yo, what?
I was like, oh my god.
Popeyes or Five Guys?
I'm gonna go Five Guys here.
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Down to the final four: In-N-Out or Wendy's. I think. I feel like In-N-Out is just like it's. We're talking about price, bang for your buck. Like, obviously, it's getting more expensive, but I feel like you can't go wrong with the In-N-Out burger. I say and burger.
I don't even think
I'll mention another thing later.
I don't think their combos are even to the expensive of like Carl's Jr. or those other spots.
No, definitely not.
So I feel like In-N-Out to me, like still bang for your buck, easily both on taste and financial, are knocking Wendy's out.
Yep. The only bad thing about In-N-Out is the line at the drive-thru, and the next thing, which is why they're probably going to lose right now. Oh wait, what? Chick-fil-A versus Five Guys. I want to go with AI number 3.
Yeah, I want to go with Chick-fil-A too. Bang for your buck, consistency.
That spicy chicken sandwich is fire.
Yeah. You know, if you're watching your calories, just get it without the bun, and it's basically like whatever that KFC sandwich is back.
Or get the grilled chicken version.
Yeah. I think I'd say Chick-fil-A here.
Definitely. All right, this one is right here. This is why I was saying. That's why I said In-N-Out's good for a burger. Sorry, Californians. I don't know about you, Alex, but this one I'm leaning Chick-fil-A because of
that's
why
you have to drown
meal.
it. That's why you have to drown it in Thousand Island and melted cheese.
Yes,
so it can be edible.
This is why In-N-Out is going to lose. The burger is amazing. Okay, the burger is great, but the fries aren't it. It's not like you could say they're fresh, but it doesn't mean that they're good. Because if, like how you said, if you don't get animal style fries, I just don't get fries anymore. Like I at this point, I get fries just to give them to my dog. It's all like I'm not going to eat the fries unless they're animal style fries because they need a little extra. They're not all that.
They changed something in them because I feel like they used to be really tasty, and I think over the last, everything is falling off on taste, or we're just getting old. But the fries don't be hitting. At one point they did, in my opinion. But I'm with you. I feel like the In-N-Out fries have fallen off. Chick-fil-A crisp cut fries are they're just so amazing. Fluffy and
they're amazing. And something about that chicken sandwich when you get it, you know how they have like the type of bag they put it in. It just says like the bread gets nice and soft, like the perfect texture. And then when you bite into the chicken, it's just like obviously I don't know why I just feel it's like the perfect like bite when you get a Chick-fil-A sandwich like fresh. I'm not saying it's fresh. I'm just saying when it's fresh from the drive-thru.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
So Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. See, all right. This could be hold on. This could be where people can pick a side because I lean In-N-Out because I think the burgers.
Oh, you're leaning In-N-Out.
I'm forget the fries. The burger itself to me as a meal, I think hits way better than if you combine the fries and the chicken sandwich. So you can keep it at Chick-fil-A, but this is where like, you know, listeners or people who see this on TikTok or on social media, would you be on the In-N-Out side or the Chick-fil-A side? Because Brandon is on Chick-fil-A, I'm on In-N-Out, and I'm saying the burger is going to carry the weight of what the fries don't do.
I respect that, but at this point, we're talking. I mean, at this point, it's the championship. I'm talking about overall now. And I'm all like, well, I'd rather go get a combo from Chick-fil-A or a combo from In-N-Out. And I'm going to go Chick-fil-A. And also they have an app where you can order ahead. Saves you time. But, yeah, I mean, at this point, let us know who won. I mean, not who won. Or let us know which fast food you would choose. Am I wrong by not choosing In-N-Out? Is Alex wrong by not choosing Chick-fil-A? Or are we both wrong by not choosing the one that you think? What do you got to say, Alex?
By not choosing Five Guys, pause. I'm sure someone's going to say Five Guys.
Oh, no. So just let us know who won or who chose best. And, I mean, if you chose Five Guys, just make sure to be specific that you meant the restaurant, unless you really meant Five Guys.
So I wanted to show this. I'm a signature member at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
So listen, it pains me to like not pick them because we go there a lot as an office. So, but yeah,
let us know. Silver or red? I'm only red. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm only a red member.
I mean, I kind of cheat because when I take lunch, it's like 4 or 5 people, so I just rack it up.
Oh yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not even that close. I'm all like mine says red. I haven't gone there recently. That's why. All right, then now that we're done talking about Chick-fil-A and our favorite fast food restaurants, just real quick before we take off, Alex, today actually was opening day. Like I mentioned earlier, the Dodgers did win 8-2. Thank you, Julio Urias. But now that we got the first real game in, like a regular season, we saw the pitch clock, and actually it really helped with the game, honestly, because watching it, you feel kind of like when you're at the stadium, you don't care. But when you're watching it from your phone or at home, you're like, damn, this is taking forever. But now that we saw the pitch clock in effect, what do you think about the game?
As like a gambler, entering today, I definitely was a little anxious because I'm a big strikeout prop guy. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the people who have the longer, I guess, process before they pitch. Like, you have like I think it's Frombear from the Astros, people like that have like extra crazy windups. So you're like thinking about like timing wise, but in terms of like the fan experience, now I'm thinking if it chips away at about an hour of game time. Mm-hmm. At Dodger Stadium, sometimes it takes you about 20, 30 minutes to get back to your seat, if not longer, to get a drink or food. You're going to come back and 3 innings have gone by. Like, holy shit, like it's flying by. It's an hour of time less. So, that'll be interesting to watch too, just because like I feel like also in the 9th inning, I can't wait to see like a close game come down to like someone balking or someone, like that. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. It's like we saw it already happen in spring training. His badges that happening in a real regular season game. That'd be crazy. Cause like how you're saying about the food, like that was literally my thought. Like I'm watching this game. The first 4 innings I realized went within an hour. First pitch 7:10. At 8:10, they were already done with the 4th inning, and I was like, damn. If somebody was in line just trying to get a beer, they would have came back and like an hour later, and the game's almost halfway done. So it's all like. It's just crazy to think. It's all like, do you really need those nachos? Do you really need that beer? Like, or just eat beforehand at this point because you're gonna spend so long in the lines that you're gonna miss like at least a third of the game at this point. So, yeah. Any final thoughts on the pitch clock before we take off?
Yeah, no, I'm for it. I think anything that pisses off the old heads in baseball is great for the game because they never want anything fun. Mm-hmm. So I like it unless it somehow makes the Dodgers lose in the playoffs for some dumb reason, and then I'll be bitter about it. But no, I'm a fan of it. I like when leagues try to kind of innovate the game to be better, or you know. I mean, experience-wise, I mean, the games go by like that. It's a 162-game season. Might as well, make it a little bit more entertaining. And last thing, for pitcher props, it now makes me less stressed out because innings don't last as long. So I'm not oh my God, his pitch count's going up.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Just before we take off, just make sure to everyone, make sure to follow us on all social medias at Sports Planet Pod. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and you can find us on your favorite platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So make sure to follow us on social media. And Alex, just wanted to say thank you once again for taking time out of your day to come onto the Sports Planet podcast. And to everybody else who listened or watched this episode, thank you for taking time out of your day to support. And we'll see you on the very next episode of the Sports Planet podcast. Life is good. I've decided.